at an overlook here, so let's go ahead and film it. Okay, I have a negative 10 decibels. Hope that helps with the wind and my breathing. Steeper than I'd like. I'll double back this way. Kind of interesting. Really not that far off the trail. Looks like it could be arranged. I don't know. You know, the slope goes down this way. It doesn't seem like this tree should normally go that way. But I don't know. I don't know. It looks arranged to me. Here's a nice big pine tree, and you have all of these other dead trees just stacked up around it, which is pretty typical. This is a very large example. Okay, I got the other mic on now. So here we have a very large, fat, tall pine tree, but especially fat. And then we have all of these trees, dead trees that are laid up on it. Is it all natural? 100%? It looks a little busy to me for that. I guess it could be, but it seems like... So the slope goes down that way, and I wouldn't think that this tree would come that direction up into here. So anyway, kind of interesting to me. Can't get it all in, it's so big. If I were to climb back up here, it's just so steep and it's deep, so too. Luckily it's pretty compact, and I got spikes on. No, this isn't too bad with the spikes. Okay, so here we are. To the top of that, I don't know, it's probably over 100 feet. Maybe it's natural, maybe it's not. I would think there'd be some help with gravity with this slope. Like these could have fallen down naturally. Maybe some of these, but the way they're all laid up and directed to this tree seems a little odd to me. So here's a close-up of the tree that I find most compelling as far as defying gravity and seeming to indicate that it was arranged. You can see the other ones are kind of roughly going towards the slope of the hill, the gradient leading up on this tree. But then we have this one precariously or arranged, it seems, over this direction. And again, the slope is that way, and it's kind of tossed and laid up there. So anyway, we got some other leans up in here, things that always seem to surround these type of areas. Lean up there, it's cotton there, another lean over that way. And again, some of these are probably just natural because most of them are going exactly the direction you expect them to, which is leaning down towards the bottom of the hill. But anyway, I just thought I'd show you this one. That's not laying towards the bottom of the hill, it's perpendicular and almost pointing upwards. Okay, so this is the one that's perpendicular. I was just mentioning the structure. There's a large tree, but right down here I thought I'd film this also. I bet this looks like a wallow in summer, all of these things. So we got this right here. There's some tapping over there. Maybe it's a woodpecker. But the most interesting thing, we come right over here, where I pan the camera over here, we got a nice cross that is almost 10 feet off the ground right there. Look at that. It's because the slope drops so much. You have this tree that is falling, trying to fall down the hill, but it couldn't because you have this other one that's also coming down. Is this just natural? Don't know. It's kind of interesting that they meet right at this live tree though too. So and almost seems like, so these ones don't fall down. You have this fortifying it right there, which is also laid up on this tree, fastened very tightly right there. Kind of hard to see. So you got this Y right here that is neatly fastening that up there, and then it comes down here and it keeps these ones up so they don't just lay flat on the ground. So that keeps it suspended, helps just keep it suspended about 10 feet in the air. And apparently it's good enough the weight to also keep this one up somehow. But you have more than one tree right here. These are kind of almost weaved. And on top of it you got this other one that looks like it broke off. Maybe that might, I don't know, be natural. And it kind of laid up right there. But I'll go down here just to show you the, slip through the snow there. When you get close to a log, sometimes there can be kind of a pocket of air. But just so you can see how high this is off the ground. Maybe it's natural. So let's see, I'm going to put this up here. Yeah, it's at least 10 feet, I would say. I'm on a slope still here. If I got right under it, it drops off a little bit more, so yeah, probably at least 10 feet. Alright, that's all for this. And this isn't even yeah, this place is definitely a wallow, I think. This is not a slope right here. This is pretty flat. And we got all this stuff over here. Make sure I don't get lost. I know the trail's back there somewhere. It's not that far really, so I think I'll be okay. So is this natural? All of these trees just coming up to this very stately tree up here that goes up and up and up, almost like a sequoia a little bit, kind of, maybe, sort of. Can't get it all in to show you. Oh, this is flat, so they're all stripped of bark, all laid up there. They got some tapping going on here and there. It's probably creaking. Or woodpeckers, maybe. Well, let's see if we can count how many of these there are laid up here. We got 1, 2, 3. Oh, there's a fourth one back there. Hold on. Maybe it's the same tree. I can't tell if they're separate or not. Anyway, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And all? I think so. So there's 7 trees at least laid up there. Count on the top and see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that's about what we got. All the way to the top. This does look like a wallow. Nice little place we could hang out maybe. Okay, guess I better go try to find the trail. See you later. This way. You see all these trees pointing off that way. I'll just think it's the wind, and maybe, but the wall I just showed you is down there. If you go into that little kind of hollow, it keeps going down and down. There's a few little shells, but it's right somewhere down there. Got a moose. really looks like there's another probably wallow up here. Got all this stuff blocking the view from this trail. You got little things that look like sign too. Oh, you can't really see it that well, like that. Just a lot of wood that's shoved up the hill. It's not coming down the hill. I feel like all of these shoved up that way. Everything's kind of pointing up there, which to me would indicate there might be something up there. And then you have the human habitation right down here. Well, this is the crossroads down here. You can see the little sign. But sometime when it snows burn off, maybe I should try up in that hill over there, see what's there. I guess I should also point this out. Tree branch stuck up in a live tree, suspended. I saw it on the way up. I didn't think I'd film it, but now that I just showed you all of that, where I'm thinking there might be a wallow up that way, just another piece of evidence of oddity up there. I don't see a dead tree top where it would have broken off, so that's why it's more unusual to me, because I don't see the source of this Y just sticking right up in that tree there. Kind of remarkable. It is. Oh, that's quite the distance from the ground if you look here. Yeah, it's probably over 15 feet, maybe. Hard for me to tell. There is a little broken branch right below it, but that's, not the source of it. It's smaller, and then the top of it is, slung over there. And you have this right above it. With a Y. I don't know, does that Y maybe indicate that this is a human crossroads right here, which it is. There's a trail going off that way. There's another one going right off that way. Just like you have this Y right here, I just noticed, just thinking out loud. So that's interesting. Human trail that way, and that way you can see it indicated here. And there's also the one I came from that goes up the mountain that way. We got this little thing over here, a Y. Another broken one pointing off that way. 1, 2, 3. Anyway, food for thought. This is a bowl right by the trail. Kind of looks Sasquatch-like. Kind of would provide a blind there along this trail, right by the water. It's not a hill or cliff that would have lots of dead debris falling down. This is flat, so anyway. Yeah, I think I actually covered this earlier and tried to go through there. Can't remember if this is a spot or not. So the battery's about to die. Well, actually it has a few more minutes, I guess. Thought I read 0, but it's 10. So this is kind of interesting over here. Right down there is the kind of blind or right off this way that I was trying to point out. Then we have this up here again, just right off the trail. Very heavy-duty logs. I don't see how a human would have the strength to move those, let alone arrange them. Oh, and here down here you can see the kind of blind structures thing going on. Maybe you can kind of see it. And we got, I don't know, maybe a human could do something to that. That one is, so it's a kind of a Y. Maybe someone would have the strength to position that up there, but yeah, let me just So here's my hand in comparison to this. I don't know if you can see. It's pretty big. If it were right here, maybe they could have just barely even up there, but then to position all these other ones though and just all at the same time, I don't know, it seems kind of far-fetched to me. Here's the base of it compared to my foot. And they're just kind of locked in that little area right there. Nice and snugly. So, yeah. How did that happen? Was it humans? I bet it's been there a while, and it's not organized enough that the Forest Service has ripped it down. It's probably been there a while, I would think. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. So I'm going to back up a little bit, get as much of it in as I can. I don't know if you can see that, but it almost looks like toes right there. It kind of comes down to a heel right there. This is very tough ground. Like if I put my foot against it, pretty much nothing. I don't know. It's not very big as it is. Here's me, there's it. Could be just, what's the word? I don't know. Anyway. So the creek's right down here. There might be some access to get up to here this way, but then it kind of goes to a cliff on this side. I wouldn't be surprised if somehow they're holed up somewhere back in there. Well, I gotta get on my way. The moon's out too over here. It looks like it's going to be a full moon. Not sure how to, there we go, kind of.